This is chapter 2, project 2b. It's on page number 49. It's going to show different ways of putting formulas. So there are sets of formulas, different types or styles of formulas already built in Excel, and there are different ways to accessing those formulas, or I'm sorry, the functions. So first, I'm going to go ahead and type these three column or row headings. So first one is highest test average, and the second one is the lowest test average and average of all tests. So basically we'll be working on this range of cells to find the highest, lowest, and average of all. So let's click on the formula, click on the cell B19, so that will give the highest test average. So first, you can start typing the formula. Of course, the formula starts with an equal sign, and then click. So put an equal sign, and then just because you use this function a lot, so you already know, or if you don't, you will know. Type in the letter M, as in Mary, and then you'll have this kind of a drop-down menu. Let me just go ahead and redo that. Let me just go down here, make it a little bit higher, perhaps. Okay, that's a little bit better. So equal sign and type letter M, and then it gives a list of functions that you could use. So you can kind of take a look at it, and we are going to use max. So max is for maximum, so it actually gives a little blips suggesting, telling you what it is. It returns the largest value in a set of values. Okay, so I will double click, and then it types MAX as in maximum, and then it opens the opening paragraph, opening parenthesis. And then what do? Well, we can type the cell range, or we can point, either way. Also, I'm going to just go ahead and type E4 because that's what the textbook shows, and E4 colon and then E16, and it gives a nice box around to indicate the range of cells. Or I could just go back here when I have the opening parenthesis. I click on the one end of the range of cells and then hold down the button and scroll all the way down and let go of it, and then it gives the range of cells. In formula we call it argument, and then put the closed parenthesis, and that's the completion of the formula. And I hit the enter key to get out of the editing mode. So highest average test score is 94. So who's that? So I guess that one, and that'll be Troy Jewett. Okay, let's find the lowest average. So we use equal sign and then type in the letter M and so on. So that's the one way to get a function started. But there are other ways to do it as well. And this time we are going to use this symbol called insert function. That's again FX. So click on that right here, and then I'm sure you are getting familiar with this dialog box. You can type the brief description of it to look for some function. And also you can kind of narrow it down the category of functions. So to look for a function that will give me the lowest value would be minimum or min, and that belongs to statistical. And then here all the functions that belongs to the category, so I'm going to scroll down or like that, and there it is. There's a min, and it shows what min function is right here in the box, and it says return the smallest number in a set of values. And of course you can click on help on this function and you can learn all about it, the syntax, hints or remarks, and even examples. I'm going to close it and then back to min function. Here I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. Alright, so we are back to the same dialog box that you have seen in project 2A, and we have the name of function and then argument, and that argument happens to be not correct, because whenever we enter a formula, a function, that is, whenever we enter a function, it grabs the adjacent cells, the cells around the active cell. So it is pointing at B19, which is the one right above, but that's not what we want, right? So here again you can type, let's see, E4 colon and E16, and that will give the range of cells. There are other ways. Right here, right next to that, let me delete it, right next to the box for number 1, and click on this kind of a rectangular icon with a red arrow in the middle. Click on it, and then something scary but not very much, it says function arguments. So function arguments is click, hold down and drag it down, and you see the marching ants, and when you see it you can click on this button, it comes back, or you just hit the enter key, it comes back, it brings back to the min function dialog box. And of course it gives all the let's see, all the data here, actual data, and this is the answer, and that's the answer over here, and also it tells you what this function is about and get the help for this function and all that kind of things. So that's good. So go ahead and click on OK, and it gives the value 67% is the lowest average. So let's take a look at it. Who's got 67%? That would be Maxine. Alright, so let's get the average of all averages. Okay, so we are going to use a third method of entering the formula. So again, there are different ways, but basically they all end up to the same set of functions. So this time we'll go to the formulas tab and then click on insert function. We did that before, and then we are going to select, and this time you could change to most recently used, and we used the average just before, and click on OK. Again, the argument is not correct, so instead of a B19 colon B20, we need to put E4 colon E16, and then clicks. Let's see, the enter key. Nope. Wait a minute. What did I do here? E4. Oh, I had a typo. So I click on the formula bar, and unlike any correct formulas, it doesn't give any hints, no box going around. So something is very wrong. So I'm going to just go ahead and delete the whole thing, but I actually see that an error here. So instead of a 4, I should have E. And hit the enter key. The average of all averages is 79%. So let me do it again because I made a mistake. And insert function, and here you can narrow down to most recently used, or where's the statistical, and then average, and click on OK. And this argument is incorrect, so I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to choose this picker icon, and when I have that, I'm going to just move a little bit up, and then click, hold down, and drag it down, and I confirm with the marching ends, and then hit the enter key. Back here, and everything's look right, and then click on OK, and that's 79%. Okay, that's it. I'm going to save it.